when you are on the internet, when you're browsing through social media and you see these memes of these women talking about the guy who is no good and he's this and he's that and he's treating them bad and a no good ninja, all of this type of stuff. They're not talking about the guy that's constantly calling them every single day, that's constantly trying to be there for them and in every single second, and the guy that's like super supportive in an excessive way. And I'm gonna expound on that little detail here in a bit. But they're not talking about that guy. They are talking about the guy who is somewhat on a more nonchalant side. And I'm gonna get right into it. This is Tarik Talks, and I present you with a midnight podcast. Sit down, relax, and enjoy. They're not talking about the guy that is the captain save a chick. They're not talking about him. They're not talking about the guy who's willing to lay down his life and all that good stuff. Okay, they're not talking about the guy who's trying to catch a grenade for them on some Bruno Mars type of stuff. You know, that's not the guy that they're talking about. Is usually the guy who is more distant. And this is a paradox that a lot of men have been grappling to understand. They've been grappling to understand because the guy, like I said, on the extreme end, the one that's trying to do all that stuff, just Captain Save a Chick, is, it's something about the way he's acting that's a turnoff. And unfortunately, a lot of guys they get irritated by that because they're thinking, "Hey, look, that's what I was taught to do." And fellas, I get it. I've been there, and yeah, it is somewhat of a frustrating fact because when you hear women talk, you would think like, "Oh man, let me be super duper supportive and let me be there in times of need and all that good stuff." Basically, do be extremely nice to her and be extremely supportive to her, and she's done absolutely nothing for you. That's how a lot of guys act, and that's a turnoff. Not only for, well, we're mainly talking about women, but even when humans in general, something about that is just unfortunately a lot of people have a tendency to take advantage of these type of people. When they say that every nice guy has a boiling point and no more Mr. Nice Guy. Why you think that whole phrase of no more Mr. Nice Guys exists? Because somewhere down the line, a lot of guys that were too nice. Now, I'm saying the word too nice. I'm not telling you guys to go out here and act like complete savages. So that's the other extreme. That's just as worse. Okay, there's a balance to everything. But why do you think that whole motto of no more Mr. Nice Guy exists? Well, it's because somewhere down the line, some guy was doing way too much and sacrificing himself way more than he should have. And a lot of people who are too nice, they're really not happy. They're really not happy on the inside because they sacrifice a lot of themselves to make other people happy. And on top of that, what's even worse is that people will take advantage of that. When it comes to these guys that are too close, that do too much, that try to be in constant contact 24/7, a lot of women, unfortunately, not all, but a lot will see an opening to take advantage of that. They'll see an opening to misuse this guy. Now, I'm not saying in every single case, but in many cases, I know we've all heard and we've experienced it. Now, The guy that's kind of distant, the guy that, and I said the man who doesn't want them. And that was for title purposes. I don't necessarily mean, because the title is only so long. I don't necessarily mean doesn't want them, but the guy who's kind of laid back. He's kind of nonchalant about it. He doesn't think about it too much. That's the type of guy that women want. That's the guy that the chick wants. Is a guy who's kind of just doing his thing, um, not really doing what society is expected of men, right? Like, for example, he's not being a Captain Save a chick, and he's not rolling out red carpets. He's kind of like, if she wants to hang out, that's cool. If not, I'll do something else. Like if she hits me up, that's fine. If not, then whatever. Guys, let me tell you something. A lot of chicks will honestly get offended if you're not hitting them up constantly. Okay, they'll get offended and feel like that's what you're supposed to do. And then what the paradox is, the weird thing is, when you do start doing that, they're gonna be like, he's too needy, he's too clingy, all that BS. And come to find out, the main guys that she's been behind closed doors, the guy that she's been chasing, the guy that she's been with, barely pays her any attention. And I've seen this so many times in my life. That's why I kind of started catching on, like, hold on, why the hell is a lot of these guys trying to do all of this stuff, and this chick is low key with a guy that doesn't give her jack squat? Now, I'm not saying to be like that, but I'm just saying this is an observation, or not necessarily not giving her squat. A guy that's really not the prototypical blueprint of what a man should be, which is, oh my God, this super duper above the, above exceedingly nice, above the limit nice. Nah, she's not going for that type of guy. She's not talking about the guy. The guys that chicks are always talking about, it's 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be the guy that was super duper there, or super duper attached and super duper, hey, how you doing, gorgeous, good morning. They're not talking about that guy. They're talking about the guy who really didn't do all that. And a lot of chicks, they take it personal, like, oh, he's not kissing my butt, so he's a narcissist now. They talk about these guys like, oh, he's a narcissist and all that good stuff, when really, in all reality, he just wasn't going for her BS. He wasn't like most of the guys that she deals with that just sit there and tolerate BS with a smile on their face. Nah, this guy had some kind of backbone. And that's one case. And the other case is the dude that really was with her, but when he was with her, he wasn't really taking her seriously like that. He wasn't really taking her seriously like that. And unfortunately, this is a lot of these chicks, I guess, problem is that they get with these guys that really aren't taking them seriously. And these dudes end up stepping out on them or doing their own thing on the side. And then the chick starts getting obsessed. And, a lot of women will deny this. They're like, oh no, that's only young chicks and blah, blah, blah chicks. Nah, it's a lot of them. A lot of chicks that are just regular be doing this. Because the guy, what he's communicating is that he really don't need her like that. He really doesn't. He's not really too pressed. And for some odd reason, that's offensive, right? That's offensive. And even though we live in a society that's supposedly equal and all that good stuff, a man still is expected to be this kiss butt all the time and roll out red carpets and get on his knees and all that good stuff. And those type of guys, they get missed. It's crazy. I hate saying this, but not by all, not by all women, but they get misused. They get mistreated. That's why you see all of these videos of these guys that were like former nice guys, quote unquote, former nice guys. And the argument is that they were never nice in the first place. Yeah, I agree. Some of them weren't, but let's not sit here and lie. But some of them, they were doing it because they honestly felt like that's what was the thing to do. That was a right thing to do. They were just they're just normal guys trying to do what is right. But then they found out that the same chick they were treating nicely and all that good stuff, she's been messing around with a guy that barely buys her a cheeseburger. And here she is, complaining about him. Oh, these dudes ain't nothing. And, they've been with this guy for some years now and still complaining about him. So, yeah, it's weird, but it does happen. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast. I'm out.